Greetings crew, and welcome back to Shine Being Veg Patch. Today we're talking about how you can grow hundreds of dollars worth of produce for as little as $15 to $20. Bag a bargain, save yourself a fortune, and grow more for less. This here crew is my seed kit. I call it the seedy briefcase. So we've got the three of them for different purposes: herbs, edibles, and ornamentals. Today we're talking predominantly about edibles because you know I love to grow what I can munch, and you know I'm a lazy gardener who wants to save $1. This container is a photo storage box. It has these inner compartments which I then put the seeds into, and I'll show you what I mean. So this one is silver beet, and it's in there clear as day. You can see it super easy. Just in a single glance I can work out what I'm going to be looking for, and it's all labeled on the front as well, silver beet, and it tells me spring, summer and autumn crop. So I have everything coded like so. Some people will categorize their seeds according to the seasons, but you know, personally I don't find that effective for me, but everyone should do whatever works for them. So there's lots of different ways of doing it. The box itself then seals up, packs away, dust free, bugs can't get into it, and it's really easy to manage. And what you'll see inside these little compartments is obviously the seeds, but also the little silica gels. So these are going to keep the moisture out of my seeds. And that's really important if you're harvesting your own. You know, we do harvest a lot of our own seed here because we like to grow more for less. And you know, we're all about saving money, because why would you waste it? We work so hard for it. So that's one of my money saving tips, is little silica gel pads in there. Keeps the moisture down, especially if you've got your own home saved seeds. And if you're interested in seed saving, we do have a video out on that, and it'll show you exactly the process that I go through to save my seeds. Now it's different for different types of plants, but it'll give you a really good foundation to know how to do it yourself. But let's take it back a step. How do I make my own seed raising mix? This is going to save you another $1, because potting mix is a lot cheaper to buy than seed raising mix. And to be honest, for the bulk of the seeds that you'll be growing, you really don't need it. Perhaps if you've traveled to Patagonia to get some rare orchid or something and you don't want to take the chance of losing it, yeah, great, might be the right way to go. But for your day-to-day veg, it's not really needed. And if you feel like it is needed for you, well, awesome, you do you. But for me, I'd rather keep my money. Basically, all I do is I have my potting mix. I recycle my potting mix. If I don't see any issues with my plants, I recycle it, and it saves another $1. So in here, this is my bin, which I keep all of my potting mix in. It keeps it nice and moist and takes good care of it. I have this old plastic sieve. I believe this came out of an old dilapidated water tank, and so I recycled it fit for purpose. I have these round trays which I use all the time in the veg patch. Super handy. I just pop that on top, and then I get my regular potting mix. There's nothing fancy to it. Pour it in the container preferably, and not all over yourself. And then you just shake it about. Now this isn't a particularly fine sieve, but if you wanted finer, I'm sure you could find one and do the same. So I just rub my hands over the top of that until I get all the smaller particles pushed down and all the larger particles are sitting on the top. So here you'll see this is what's left. This is the stuff that I'll use just for plants that I want more drainage for. So that'll go to the side. And then this is what we're searching for. A nice finely graded potting or seed raising mix. So this one's a little dry, so we'll need to add some water. Stick my label in. And you can see these containers are really handy because I can put the seeds directly on there. I'm not mixing them up with other seeds, only working with what I've got out. What we've got to do now is add our layer over the top, and I'm going to show you how I add my soil over the top of the seeds. So get that seed raising mix that we've filtered already. Then I get my vermiculite, where it's basically like a natural sponge. I use it for all of my seeds, whether I sow them directly into the ground or whether I'm sowing them into trays like we are today. And I'll take my vermiculite and mix it with my soil. Now you can do this and actually add it to the potting medium as well, so what you put in the bottom of your tray. Personally, I don't feel like it's needed, and I've always had good results doing it this way, so it saves a few dollars. Add a little water to that. Alright, so now I have this great combination of potting medium and vermiculite, and then I just grab a little bit of that and I sprinkle it over the top. Now with large seeds like this, I add the potting medium to it. If I was dealing with small, fine, delicate seeds, then I wouldn't add so much of the soil. I'd probably just add the vermiculite and tickle it over the top. Okay, so that's all the cucumbers we're going to use today. So we'll pop our cucumbers away. So there you go. That's how I get my seeds started early in the season if there's still a risk of frost. If there's not, I'll often just pop them straight in the ground. But before we go, I'm going to show you how I take care of them so that the frosts don't get them. Now there's a number of different options, and if you are after an easy option, then these guys are great. These little plastic hothouses are wonderful for getting your plants started from seed. Well, we've got a cold frame here, so I'm going to take you to that and give you a look around. So the seeds that we've just set up are going to go in here, and this is going to create the most perfect environment for them to get their start. We flip the lids up and you can just slide the seedlings straight in. And the polycarbonate roofing just really helps to get the light in there but keep the frost out, and creates that nice little microclimate that our seeds are going to absolutely love. that's my few tips on seeds and how to save $1 to grow more for less. I'm going to go and make myself a borage tea and enjoy one of the delicious edible flowers. So have a beautiful day. Shine on.